Hello all my beautiful little unicorns and welcome back to my channel. And if this is the first time that you're on my channel, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name is Vanessa Somuayina and I am your big sis from the internet as well as your favorite tarot reader right here on YouTube. And today I have your highly personalizable March 2024 predictions and horoscopes prepared for you. So this is indeed a two-part prediction. So for part one of your March prediction, you get to pick from two different symbols, which I will introduce you to in just a moment's time. Pick whichever one of the symbols that you feel intuitively resonates with you and the type of month of March that you would like to create for yourself. Because my channel is all about helping the unicorn family create their dream life. We are not living in the past over here. We are looking at how we can move forward and manifest everything we've ever wanted into existence. And then once you have selected one of the two groups, you get to scroll back down into the description box where I have provided you with the timestamps for each zodiac sign. Click your zodiac sign and you'll be fast forwarded to the relevant portion of this video where you can receive the second, even more intricate part of your March prediction. And the whole idea is that you pair up the first symbol that you chose with your zodiac sign in order to receive your very own personal March horoscope. You guys, it feels so good to be back in this space. I feel like myself again. And I just never want to lose this feeling again, you guys. I feel like in the past maybe year and a half, I have been creating, I have been into my content, but I wasn't really loving being in front of the camera. But you know what? She's back and she's better for it. And she is here to stay and slay the day. And furthermore, before I introduce you to the two symbols and we get into your readings, I've got a quick announcement. So in my last monthly prediction, we did a crystal giveaway. And for your March horoscopes, we're going to do another special promotion. So for March's promotion, I am giving away completely free divine guidance tarot and oracle boards for all orders over the order value of angel number 111. So any order that you place on bowlife.com will make you eligible to receive one of these three different boards. So if you are an avid tarot or oracle card reader, this 10-card spread will help you in order to conduct readings for yourself, for friends, family, or even clients, as these boards are an amazing help and support in order to set up your reading. This is compatible with any tarot or oracle deck that you may already own, and of course this is a worldwide promotion. Simply indicate within your order note whether you would prefer the nude, blue, or pink board, and because this promo is exclusive to this video, there is no other way that you would know that this promo is even going on. So make use of it during the month of March, you guys. All the info about this can also be found below in the description box. Alright, you guys, so let's come back to your March predictions. I will now show you the two symbols that I have for you to choose from. Feel free to pause the video right here if you need a moment just to meditate on the two groups before you choose the one that you just feel the most drawn towards. And then once you've done that, the timestamps are below. Don't forget that you first pick one of the two groups and then you tune into your zodiac signs portion of your March reading. So guys, have fun choosing your groups and I will catch you during your March predictions. And for all of my beautiful astrology geeks and enthusiasts, don't be shy to tune into your moon as well as your rising sign. That will make for an even more accurate and personal reading. So let's get into it. Hello, my beautiful souls of symbol one, and welcome to the first part of your March prediction. So in this part of your reading, we will figure out precisely what's coming towards you during the month of March based on the symbol that you chose before we move into your zodiac signs reading. So there is a reason why you're here right now, group number one, and it is to receive these messages. There's a reason why instead of being somewhere else on the internet or on YouTube, you stumbled across this video in particular. So let's see precisely what you need to hear. First up, we've got the holy mountain. So you're gonna go to see some sort of mountain. You're going to either walk around it, be around it, hike up onto this mountain in March. And I see here in the holy mountain that you also are coming to the realization that a lot of big projects that you have completed in the past, you actually didn't realize how you took it step for step until you got to the top of the mountain, until you completed it. But just coming to that realization that it kind of happened naturally in a way, that is really helping you to keep your composure about ongoing projects that you feel are all over the place right now, symbol 1. So I find it really, really important for you to bear in mind that if you have a very busy life, a busy schedule, it is important for you to take one thing at a time to not feel overwhelmed. In the sacrifice reversed, we've also got the number 44, by the way. This card showing up in reverse shows us that you're no longer having to make sacrifices like you did before. No more sacrificing sleep in order to get more done. No more sacrificing eating your favorite foods in order to feel like you're staying in shape. No more sacrificing your boundaries and your bare minimum in relationships or situationships just so the other person stays around. For some reason, everything is aligning for you during the month of March in a way that you are making a minimal amount of sacrifices, group 1. And we also have the beloved. The thing is, like, you feel so loved and safe with another person that you don't feel the need to sacrifice your boundaries and your true wants for anything, because the thing is, you don't have to. You're in a great headspace about yourself and what you have yet to accomplish. And here we have the number 5, by the way, in the mountain, the holy mountain. We've got the number 25. So 25 is 5 times the number 5. It's a multiple of 5. I'm getting this 555 vibe for you, which is going to be an important number during the month of March. And it also shows here that you have 5 different people during the month of March that you're meeting, that you're spending time with, and you know are going to be there to support you regardless of what you're going through. Next up, we've got the soul retrieval. So as you can see, we've got this butterfly that is done with its chrysalis. It's out, it's transformed from caterpillar to now this beautiful, stunning flying insect. And in soul retrieval, I want to remind you of the fact that March is going to bring you closer to where your soul once began. So it's like a soul retrieval of who you used to be. Like in the past, you were this person that you lost for a while. Like 2022, 2023, these haven't been very easy years for you, group number 1, and I just want you to know that that fun, outgoing version of yourself that you remember from the past that you wanted to retrieve is coming back forth during the month of March. So we've got an increase in confidence, an increase in self-belief, an increase in knowing that you can overcome any mountain or any situation that in the past may have seemed insurmountable. We have something very special here, group number 1. You remember how in the sacrifice I said we had the number 44? Well, guess what? In this card here, manifesting your miracle, we've got the number 44 again. This is your angel number, group number 1. Okay, 444 or 4444. I just want you to know that alongside 555, this is your number for March. This is the number of manifesting miracles and not sacrificing anymore. No more living in scarcity, no more living in the unknown, if you will, but instead just manifesting your miracles, manifesting your desires, bringing them to life, and things coming true for you that in the past you didn't think were ever going to happen. Next up, we've got the road less traveled. The thing with you, group 1, is that sometimes you overcomplicate things, and the road less traveled is actually the direct route from A to B. For you, you are the type of person who has like perfectionist tendencies, and the thing is, like, sometimes when there's a task ahead of you, you overcomplicate the task because you feel like surely it can't be so easy to be successful or to make this extra money or to get the promotion. But sometimes it's really just easy things that you do every single day that get you the results. For me, for example, it is reading cards every single day that got me the results, working with them every single day. It's not rocket science. And the thing here with the road less traveled is that it's now finally time for you to work smarter, not harder, group number one, because you've done the hard. Now it's time to actually kind of harvest everything that you've planted. Now in faith, we've got humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. The month of March is bringing you someone's heart on a silver platter. So you are trusting the good of humanity again because you're seeing a genuinely kind and good person in your life who is willing to serve you their life, everything about them, their heart, their finances, their life on a silver platter, basically, and they trust you completely. So someone who is either deeply in love with you or deeply in need of some sort of emotional support, they're going to open up to you in the most vulnerable way, and they're putting themselves on this tray, on the silver platter. And of course, you could do whatever you want. You could grab a fork and knife and take a chunk out of them. But that's not you, group number one, which I'm proud of you for, because being kind is a lot harder than being, someone who takes advantage of others. But for some of us, it comes naturally. And I just see here within faith that you've always been that person that has the tendency to be taken advantage of rather than to be taking advantage of other people, if that makes sense. Next up, we have got Krishna. So in Krishna, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You're loved unconditionally. Group one, I want you to know here within Krishna that what comes next for you is a lot of devotion from another person. So not only are you being given a heart on a silver platter, but this person is showing real devotion. They're showing that they're really here for the long run. They're showing that they actually mean it when they say that they care and they want to do something. You're getting real commitment. And the thing is, your commitment is being recognized by finally working with people who are also committed. If you have felt like when it comes to work, you have been committed for so long, and in some instances, you're actually the only one who is committed, I want you to know that now, finally, the tables are turning in March, and rather than being the one who is bringing the commitment and who is always the committed one, you finally have people who are now committed to you and committed to doing the job right. Same goes for love. You are getting commitment during the month of March. We'll look a little more deeply into this. Allow me to just clear and cleanse the space, and I'll be right back, group number one, so we can delve a little more deeply into your reading. Hello, group number one. So let's delve a little more deeply into your prediction, shall we? So we can find out some more messages that you are meant to receive. So we've got the Three of Cups, the Drei der Kelche. We've got the Death card, which is Tod in German. And then we have the Königin der Stäbe reversed, which is the Queen of Wands reversed. Now, in the Three of Cups, I can see you having a great time, having a lot of fun, and I just want you to know here that the Death card doesn't mean literal death, group one. It just shows here the transformation and the death of an era in which you stopped going out and stopped having fun. I see here within the Queen of Wands that you will receive a lot of gifts, you will receive free dinners, you will just be in divine feminine energy, because overall the Three of Cups, it is a feminine card. The Three of Cups has feminine energy as the Suit of Cups corresponds to just that, as well as the element of water, whereas the Queen of Wands reverse, that is a reversal of masculine energy, which means the opposite. So your masculinity is going away. There's a death of the old you, a transformation, a new beginning, and you stepping into receiving energy, which is great, group number one, because up until now you have been the giver, you have been, in a sense, the more masculine one in many instances, but now it is time for you to finally receive. So drinks, dinners, gifts, and invitations. Right, so let's move more deeply into your reading, shall we? So we can see what else is going on here. Ooh, the Two of Cups, receiving a new romantic interest in March. Then we've got the Page of Crystals, as well as the Magician. So the Page of Crystals shows us here that during March, you are going to be discovering a new version of yourself where you know how to say what you want, but you're not so aggressive about it that you're scaring potential romantic interests off, which is also why we've got a new romantic interest coming into your life. And overall, being in this situation where you're not scaring off romantic interests, this is great for you, group number one, because whether you're single or in a committed relationship, the Magician shows us supreme confidence for you in March, and you feeling like, yeah, you know what, I've still got it. I thought that I lost it at one point. I didn't know whether I was even cute, but it's been confirmed in March of 2024 that in actuality, I am cute. In the King of Batons in reversed, we have basically like the King of Wands reversed. Remember how we had the Queen of Wands reversed? Now we've got the King of Wands reversed. So what this is indicative of is, again, no fire sign energy. All right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that kind of very masculine go-getter energy, it's retracting. No temperamental stuff, nothing that's too spontaneous. You're not going out on dates spontaneously that are going to result in anything. The dates that really fill you with feeling taken care of and just feeling good about yourself are the things that you plan in advance. Yeah, the Knight of Cups, soft energy. This is your soft girl era. This is an era in your life in which you are not willing to deal with any pit bulls. It is golden retrievers only. And the Knight of Cups shows us here that your cup is being filled and you're gracefully and gratefully accepting, because you have emptied your cup countless times, group number one, for there to be no thank you, no recognition at the end of it. And now you are actually exuding main character energy. We are not emptying our cups anymore for anyone, group number one, and I'm proud of you for having this vibe in March, and I'm looking forward to where this will get you. So now it's time for us to transition into the zodiac portion of your March prediction. Timestamps are all below. You can click your zodiac sign and you will be fast forwarded to the relevant portion of this video. So it's in the description box as well as pinned to the top of the comment section. And then you can add on to this first part of your March prediction. Hello, my beautiful members of group number one. So we're going to add a few extra cards into your reading because why not for my gorgeous members, right? So this is like a secret add-on. I didn't announce it on my YouTube. So this is for all of you who are in the squad, who are part of the Unicorn Army. So in lightning, I can see something really profound happening, and there will literally be a night in which lightning will strike. And you are going to be talking to someone on the phone or being with someone. Hello, symbol 2, and welcome to the first part of your March prediction in which we figure out precisely what is coming towards you. So let's get straight into it. There's a reason why you're here in this space on YouTube right now receiving this reading, and why you're not on another reading or in another place on the internet. And that is because these messages were meant to find you and you were meant to receive these about the month of March. So let's see what we'll get, group number 2, or shall I say symbol 2. So we've got the Earth Keeper, but in reverse. So the month of March is going to bring a lot of time indoors for you for some reason. So think in your home, in the mall, in the office. The Earth Keeper in reverse shows that you're spending a little bit less time outdoors than you would maybe like, but let's see exactly why this is happening, okay? So we have got the Time Master. Oh, okay. So what you're doing, group number 2, is you are making sure that you're being effective with your time. You were chronically procrastinating in the past, and during the month of March, you are done with your own BS, so to say, group number 2. We also have the number 8, or shall I say the infinity symbol depicted here on the Time Master. So you want to finally get control of your schedule and also of your living space. No more messiness, no more procrastination, no more disorganization. These are all things of the past because you are not accepting that standard for yourself any longer, group number 2. So you're really leveling up here. during the month of March. And if that means that you have to spend a little bit more time organizing and indoors in order to have the delayed gratification of traveling more, spending more time outdoors, and also having more financial abundance because you actually know where your funds are going and you've sorted that, then so be it. Because the mystical shaman also shows us that March brings a lot of divine insights. So a lot of these little nudges during you working, cleaning up, and overall just living life where you feel like, oh, I feel as though my guides, the universe, my ancestors, even deceased loved ones are communicating with you and trying to give you little nuggets of wisdom that you can use on your journey during the month of March. So this is a very mystical month, even though you're not outside a lot and you're indoors more. This is a month in which the ancient ones are communicating with you and they're around you. So it also makes sense why you would want to spend a little bit more time in solitude. It's not that you don't love your friends or your family or that you don't want to go out. It's just that you feel perfectly happy in your own company during the month of March, and you're getting so much wisdom out of being alone and spending time just connecting with yourself, spending time in meditation, listening to the divine guidance, that you know you're not missing out on anything during the month of March in particular. This is not a month of FOMO. This is not a time in which you feel like, oh, I should have gone out, I should have done this, I should have done that. No, group number 2, you know that what you chose to do in March was the perfect decision for you. And that's also where we've got the 2 of crystals. This is a card of making choices and taking action. So when this card shows up, I want you to know that decisions have been made and you have made these decisions confidently. It's already written, it's already done, group number 2. At the time of you watching this video, I don't want you to feel as though, well, maybe it's still going to change, maybe this, maybe no. March is already done. You're making big decisions, you're sticking to them, and you're actually keeping promises you've made to yourself because you want to build the confidence back that you had lost along the way through procrastination, through not actually feeling confident because you didn't follow through on what you promised yourself. And the sun shows that the old, very, very confident you is coming back to light, and you're feeling as though nothing can stop you during the month of March. And when you feel like nothing can stop you, group number 2, it is actually true that absolutely nothing can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is fear. And the biggest thing to worry about is fear itself. It's usually not even what you're afraid of, that you should worry about. It's usually just fear in itself. So next up, we have the Ace of Swords for you. So in the Ace of Swords, I can see that you are acting out new beliefs that you have collected, that you have attracted. So you are receiving information from a piece of content online, so like a podcast or even an Instagram video, and it is making you feel like, okay, I really need to try this. I need to make the decision to do this. So it is like a healthy eating hack or a beauty hack for me as of recently. It has been some hair care that I have tried, some homemade hair care. So what I did is I heated up this jojoba oil with fresh rosemary, but like dry rosemary. And I heat this up in order to create a rosemary oil. And I have been putting that in my hair now for, actually at this point I feel like it's been a couple months, and it's definitely helped my hair grow even longer than it already is. And here within the tower, I see that trying new things, such as what I just told you, this DIY recipe, and just seeing easy hacks actually work for you, it is going to completely dismantle the old reality that you thought was true. So in the past, you may have thought like, oh, well, something that's so easy can't really change my life that much. No, group number 2, actually it can. Actually, it can really change your life for the better. And the thing is, like, if you allow yourself to just take a moment to try something new, to be out of your comfort zone, you will be astonished at how your old worldview just completely gets destroyed and torn apart because you are living in a new reality. And the moon shows us that March is actually very much the month of connecting with your instincts and the moon and finding that you were right all along. Group 2, if you felt all along like you were in a way different, special, like you were meant for greater things in life, you didn't know what it was, but you knew it was just something greater. All right, you will get more crumbs from the universe during March that brings you to that point where you have the confirmation. And by crumbs, I mean, if you always thought you were destined for more when it comes to your career, you will receive that crumb in the form of like the promotion, in the form of the recommendation, in the form of that additional client, that additional person who wants to purchase from you. And you're going to know, okay, this is a sign that I am actually meant for this. And the thing that you have to do from there on out, group number 2, is to continue trying, continue following through, continue following that path, okay? And you will get to where you're trying to go. You will eventually start to lead your dream life. And that is definitely one thing that I love to help you guys with, whether it's in these videos or whether it's private clients. You guys know I love to use divination to give you all of the symbols that you need and to show you the confirmations that will show up in your life that are making it very clear there's something special here for you. So group 2, I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and then we'll add a couple more messages into your March prediction. So just hang on tight and I'll be right back. All right, group number 2. So are you ready for a few more divine messages about the month of March before we add on your zodiac portion? Because I know I am. So we've got Isis, which stands for magic manifesting, as well as Lord Ganesh. So the thing that we have here is that you've had a vision of obstacles that are being removed, and in March it's actually happening. So a big bill that you're able to either clear or just pay in little chunks so it doesn't worry you so much anymore. Being able to finally finish that important tax document or document to send to your lawyer, doing some of the admin things that were blocking you, and then opening up the space for infinite abundance. So obstacles being removed, not just divinely or randomly or manifesting them being removed, but you're actually doing the motions to get them removed in March. So you feel so supported and confident in yourself that you're doing some tasks that you knew were pending and you've been afraid to do in a really long time. And the thing here within faith is that someone is pushing you to get those done. Someone who is kind, a person who allows you to believe in the good of others. So a friend that's coming to your rescue during the month of March, saying to you, hey, if you're having trouble doing this, like, let's do it together, let's tackle it, I can help you with it. So this is a restoration of human benevolence, which means basically like the good in other human beings. And the thing here within faith is that I also just see a friend who has either blue eyes, very full lips, blonde or just light hair within your life that you think to yourself, I didn't expect this, but they are actually a really great friend. They are actually someone whom I can count on, even though I felt like I wasn't 100% sure all the time. And here the 10 of Diamonds just shows a great deal of fulfillment with your performance professionally during the month of March. Your boss is going to be exceptionally happy with your performance. You will be exceptionally happy with the numbers in your business or the numbers that you pulled in for the business that you're working at. You will be exceptionally happy with the additional ideas that you're coming up with and that you're feeding into professionally speaking, and you will just feel as though, yes, this is my time. This is my time, and I'm glowing. I'm shining. This is the path that I wanted to be on. And the 9 of Diamonds shows us here that there's literally almost nothing that you are wanting for during the month of March when it comes to your career. But the thing is, like, there's still a little bit that you're leaving on the table, so to say. There are still a few little areas in which you can optimize costs and in which you can make sure that this little raven, that this little sneaky, cheeky bird here doesn't take some of your diamonds that are not supposed to be theirs, all right? So this is all about protecting your assets and also valuing your assets, even if it's just a little thing like a little extra bill that you receive that is not really meant to be yours because you're not actually taking or using those services, you know, that is just kind of like being sent to you, but you feel sorry for the recipient, or you just feel as though, well, who cares? No, group number 2, this is a time to protect your assets. And here within the wishbone, remember that when you are intentional about how you spend your money and you spend it with grace, with happiness, with joy, that will just open up the portal for more wishes to be granted to you moving forward. And we've also got the barrel. Now the barrel shows us here that we have something that you still feel is not where you want it to be. So it's not going to be money. It's not going to be anything financial or in the earthly realms. But something here in the barrel shows us that while that area of life is thriving, you may feel that love is kind of something you struggle with. Love is not 100% how you want it to be. So that is what we will look more deeply into in your zodiac portion, all right? So here in the Knight of Cups reverse, I just want you to know that the lack or just the area that you feel a little bit of friction in, it does have to do with your emotionality. It does have to do with a relationship that you are perhaps struggling with, group number 2, and where you just feel like, what can I do to either be at peace with how this relationship is, or what can I do to better this relationship, and which option should I choose? How do I do the month of March in the most kind of calm yet loving, respectful manner towards myself and also towards those closest to me. So group number 2 will move more deeply into your reading now in the zodiac portion. So scroll back down into the description box or click it in the top of the comment section where I have each zodiac sign's timestamp written down, pinned, and all of them are just ready for you to be utilized, whether it's your sun, your moon, or your rising sign. So tune into that, and I will catch you during your zodiac signs portion of your reading. All right, my beautiful members of group number 2. So we have a few secret messages here for you in addition to your reading here within group 2, and this is top secret, you guys. Hello, my beautiful Aries babies, and welcome to your March predictions. So let's get straight into it so we can figure out precisely what's coming towards you. I hope that you enjoyed picking from the symbols that I presented to you during the intro of this video. But now we will talk all things Aries, my favorite fire sign. So first up, we've got the 2 of crystals. Now the month of March, and this may be a repetition of what you've already received, is a month of decision making. No more procrastination, my beautiful Aries babies. You have so much fiery temperament and energy. It is time that we put it towards your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations, and that it doesn't go to waste anymore. As an Aries, you are enthusiastic, you're outgoing. You're that friend that suggests something and can actually follow through with it to the absolute surprise of everyone else within your life. And I see here within the moon that you are also being brought to the point where you just know it's now or never. So in March, there will be an opportunity, a door that opens for you, and you understand this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This could be in your career, but also a travel opportunity where you get to move to another place, take on a whole new identity and potentially even a new career, and start your life afresh however you would like. And next in the Queen of Crystals, the thing is that you've got this mixture between wanting to do it, but also wanting to stay home, wanting to stay in the known, wanting to be closer to your friends and family, and staying in a space that is already familiar to you. That's what I see here within the Queen of Crystals. And on one hand, you are a very independent person, but you also don't want to completely cut ties with the people whom you love so much and that you want to spend more time with. But at the same time, your independence is also pushing you towards wanting to be free, wanting to do something that will be added to your bucket list of experiences when you look back on your life. So that is why you have to make a decision, because you can't always stay in this in-between space. It's time to feel good about what you want. And remember here within faith, anyone that truly loves you and truly cares about you is going to want you to make the decision that suits you best. They are going to want you to feel good about your life and your existence. Anyone who is long-term or forever unhappy with the fact that you chose to follow your heart, your dreams, and the things that you desire is probably not someone you'd want to keep in your life anyways. And the card here of faith and humanity and benevolence is urging you to stay calm and to trust in the good, not just in yourself, but also in others. See the light side. See that, of course, people are going to miss you when you plan you're moving away and you are going to different places and you've got less time, but the right ones are going to celebrate your independence and your strong decision making. Next up within Isis, we've got magic manifesting. So I want you to know here that the more you take inspired action, the more you will see your goals becoming a reality. And the thing here about your visions and goals is that the universe is trying to say to you in March, stop skipping your visualization exercises. So when you sit in meditation and you allow yourself to just feel into your future, visualize precisely what is happening, where you live, the vehicle that you drive, the people that are surrounding you. What does the number in your bank account look like? Where do you work? Whom do you spend time with on a regular basis? Literally visualize these things and feel them as though they're happening right now. I know it is so tempting to skip this because it's not so easy to do, especially at the beginning. But trust me, my gorgeous Aries, after a while, it becomes second nature and it becomes really easy. And the thing here within Am I Blue is that during the month of March, you're seriously asking yourself if there's something wrong with you. I know, you guys, I am too direct. I am too much of a big sis. You're going to ask yourself, like, am I depressed? Do I have issues? Do I need to see someone? Do I need to talk to someone? And usually the people who actually question themselves are the ones with the least issues. The narcissists who just think that they're perfect anyways and that all therapists don't know what they're talking about and so on. You get the vibe that I'm speaking of. Those are usually the ones that would need help and therapy the most. So if you're questioning yourself in a healthy manner, that is actually a green flag, my gorgeous Aries. So don't worry too much, and know here within Third Eye Blind that the thing is that sometimes you just have to stop looking at what is happening right before you in quote unquote reality that we can touch, in reality that is in a sense kind of already physical, and focus more on where you're going that you are still bringing into reality. So that's what I meant with the visualization. That's also what I mean with you asking yourself, oh, is there something wrong with me? Sometimes it's important to also feel into the moments where you are skeptical about yourself and ask yourself, okay, is this triggered by the fact that I haven't taken care of myself, I'm overworked, I'm maybe close to my cycle, or is this something that I really need to seek out professional help for? And I think either way, it's good to seek out professional help and to just make sure that everything is fine with you, but also don't turn into the hypochondriac that overthinks every little sign. Next up, we've got Face the Music. So the month of March is going to have you facing the music. It's going to have you facing the decisions that you have taken on, but you are facing the music in the best way. And the thing here in Am I Blue is that you will have some amazing opportunities, amazing things that you're doing. You're excited, but you're not yet jumping up and down because you want to see it come to fruition. You're the type of person who doesn't like to celebrate until you see it. So you're a very much type of believe it when I see it person, because you have dealt with so many talkers, and it is more important to you that somebody actually walks their talk rather than just talks the talk, if you know what I mean. So that is one thing that I see here for March. Do not worry about the fact that a lot of things are coming to fruition and you're not yet jumping up and down, my gorgeous Aries babies. You are just cautiously optimistic, cautiously going towards precisely what you want, and you just need a little bit of time to digest things, and it's fine. Don't judge yourself for it. And overall, the month of March is going to propel you forward with all of your strong decision making, the fact that you're listening to your intuition again, and you know precisely what it is that you desire from life. So my beautiful Aries babies, this is the March reading that I received for you. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section. Leave a little flame emoji below to represent the Aries fam, and I can't wait to catch up with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Taurus babies, and welcome to your March predictions. Let's see precisely what is coming towards you. I hope that you enjoyed the first part of this reading where you got to pick from the symbols within the intro, but now we'll talk all things Taurus, shall we? So let's see what Spirit has got for you. I intuitively feel like this is the first most important message for you. We've got the moon. Now, the moon is symbolic of the truth finally coming to light, and the moon also shows us here a very intuitive version of yourself. So rather than listening to what everyone else is saying, you're finally listening to your gut feeling. And if this is something you experience often, that you make a decision based on what you feel like is rationally right, and then in the end you're like, oh, I should have listened to my gut feeling. Yeah, that is what March is going to cancel out. From now on, we're listening to our gut feeling the first time around. So I've got two more cards that I intuitively know are going to give you precise messages about March that you need, which is the Four of Swords as well as the King of Coins. So these two cards together show us here that you're actually telling others to hold their horses when it comes to giving you work tasks to do. The Four of Swords shows communication about you needing rest, you needing to focus on your own things, because the King of Coins shows us that you're taking leadership and responsibility over your own affairs, and you need time, resources, as well as energy to put towards your work tasks and your things in your personal life. You don't have time to constantly only be taking care of other people's affairs. And you are just allowing yourself to fill your plate with your things. You intuitively know that often people give you tasks that aren't really yours to deal with, and you're not tolerating it anymore. The Magician shows us here that March is a very you-centric month. So you're putting your needs first. You are putting the things that have been on your to-do list finally on the chopping block for you to deal with and for you to tend to. And this is a really healthy approach for you, my beautiful Taurus babies, because you are such a giver. You're often someone who is too polite to do so, but you're realizing that you can't be doing this anymore. You have to now start focusing on doing for yourself what you constantly give so freely to everybody else. Next, in the Two of Swords, we've got this blindfolded depiction and these two swords and a little bit of like confusion, if you will, which in connectivity to the moon, this is why you have to make decisions intuitively. If not, you will never make the decision. If not, you will never get to the point where you stop procrastinating, because you can't always wait for a green light or a green flag in the tangible world in order for you to take your next step forward. Sometimes you just have to trust what you feel without seeing it being real yet, in order to not waste too much time just in indecision, really. The Seven of Diamonds shows us here that your assets are slowly growing, and you're also kind of healing your relationship with money in March. That's a message that I'm getting here, like feeling more comfortable surrounding yourself with money, feeling more comfortable paying bills, like doing it with a completely different energy than you ever did before. and just kind of watching some of your assets grow too. And the Lovers here shows us a romantic time. So whether you're single or in a committed relationship, this is a spark in your romantic life where you feel like you're dealing with somebody that actually respects you, that actually adores you in a genuine way, and that actually really appreciates you as a human being. So feeling seen, feeling loved, and also enjoying intimate moments with another person that is leaving you feeling more bountiful and also more abundant, because you're not paying for things, they're leaving your assets where they are and they're leaving them to grow, so you're not spending a lot of money in this relationship. And here in the Three of Diamonds, you're now looking to collaborate with others who know more about the business side of things that you're interested in than you do. So looking, for example, at different ways in which you can start to diversify by like investing in stocks, investing in real estate, in other business ideas, other streams of revenue that you can build for yourself. So I do see here within the Three of Diamonds that reading books and doing a lot of research is the most important, because here within the finger, that will already warn you of problems that may enter either now or in the near future. Because unfortunately, when it comes to things such as financial planning, there are also a lot of people whom I would just not take too seriously. Okay, a lot of people who are looking to get those who are inexperienced or don't know what they're doing in order to be able to take advantage of that. But I see here in the goldfish, actually, March brings an increase in material wealth and spiritual growth too. All right, so because you're informing yourself, because you're very aware of these things, because you're not the type of person who just says to themselves, well, I'm sure everyone is going to want the best for me, that is a dream world that we unfortunately do not live in. And you are very aware of this, which makes you careful in the best, most reasonable way, my gorgeous Taurus babies. And you will win when it comes to financial and material wealth in March and beyond. So congratulations for the fact that you are always informing yourself before you make huge decisions and before you invest your material possessions, because that is where a lot of signs become really hasty and make choices that they intuitively already know aren't right, but they make those choices based on what someone else tells them. But you make choices based on your intuition and also the facts that you have read and that you have learned about. So my beautiful Taurus babies, this is your March reading that I've received for you. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Please do leave a little fish emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you are here and you received your reading. Thank you for spending this divine time and space with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I can't wait to catch up with you during the upcoming monthly horoscopes. Hello, my most beautiful Gemini babies, and welcome to your March predictions and horoscopes. Let's see what's in the cards for you. So we've got the Heart of Sky. And by the way, I hope that you enjoyed receiving your readings from the symbols that I presented to you during the intro of this video, so we can now add on to that prediction with your horoscope, which is based on the sign of Gemini. So in the Heart of Sky, I want you to know that March brings a feeling of having so many options that you don't even know where to start. Having so many things that you feel as though you just need to see things from a third-person perspective in order to get some clarity. And feeling really connected to the sky, to the cycles of the moon. Well, because during the full moon you can feel that something is just different than during the new moon. And here within the lower world, I do see that you always had this sensation that you were different, my gorgeous Gemini baby, and that you have a little bit of a dark, mysterious side to you as well. And this is the side of you that you're deeply connecting with during the month of March, and that is undeniably kind of rearing its head in a way that it hasn't done in a very long time. And the arrow shows us that actually Connecting with your shadow self and your dark side is showing you where that you need to put more work into. It could be the relationship you've got with money, the relationship to your father, relationship things in general. If you're always that friend that has the best advice for everybody else, but doesn't apply it to themselves and has kind of weak boundaries, this is showing up in March. It is becoming abundantly clear as you're going through a time of wishing that you would have invested a little bit more of your resources in yourself, but rather than sitting there and allowing for any negative emotions to foster and feeling regretful, you're actually going to do something about it. I see here within the Sirens song that you understand that actually you totally haven't been using your physical attributes to your advantage as much as you could. And now it's time to use what has naturally been gifted to you. So there are a lot of attributes that you have physically that are really beautiful and that you haven't paid as much attention to. So this could be your hair, your face, your body. It could be that you have really beautiful skin or just overall very beautiful proportions. And I want you to know here that a huge part of March is finally seeing like, you know what, I am attractive. You know what, I am a beautiful person inside and out. And I need to stop giving all of my resources to everybody else and use my charm to get some resources from others, finally. And by resources, that doesn't mean charming people into giving you money or giving you things. I mean charming people into helping you, charming people into giving you much more than money ever could, which is helping you out in a way that allows you to have more time, more energy, more of the resources that money can't buy. And I see here within the Seven of Wands, which is called Sieben der Stäbe in German right here, that you are finally seeing, you know what, life isn't fair. Why play fair in an unfair world? Why play fair in a game in which absolutely nobody is playing fair in to begin with? And my gorgeous Geminis, don't worry. This is not about you turning into this awful person that takes advantage of others, but it's about having the courage to also just ask for what you want and also watch others do it for you. Because I see here within the Page of Wands that this is the first time that you will get this good news through communicating what you want. That, yeah, people are actually willing to take some stuff off your plate, whether that is with kids, with work, with your personal life, with helping you clean or pre-make meals. Take on the offers, my beautiful Gemini babies. Remind yourself here within the Four of Cups that you don't have to be a lonely island. Sometimes we cocoon ourselves into our own little worlds and we feel as though no one has got our back or like we're all alone in this world. Meanwhile, we've got a parent, a close friend, a work colleague who is willing to help us just at the snip of a finger. Why aren't we making use of this? Why aren't we allowing this to happen? All right, my gorgeous Gemini babies, because it is about time that you finally take advantage of all that you have put in the bank. As I see here in the Ace of Wands, you have put so much action towards helping others and towards doing good when it comes to your career, that now it's also time to lean back and enjoy others giving back to you too. The thing is about receiving. That is where we've got healing to do. That's one thing that I can see. And the month of March is also bringing you a lot of direction. Look at these wands that we've got everywhere, right? And then we have the arrow. This is a masculine symbol, a phallic symbol. And it shows that you are finding direction again during the month of March. You're finding what you need to course correct that hasn't been working for you. And that's great, my gorgeous Gemini babies, because only in this way will you be able to be happy with the forward movement and with everything that's going on in your life. So my beautiful Gemini babies, this is the reading that I've received for you, and I hope that you've enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to leave a little snake emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here and that you're a Gemini baby, because that's the only way anyone would know. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you during one of my upcoming monthly predictions and horoscopes. Hello, my beautiful fellow Cancerians, and welcome to your March predictions and horoscopes. So let's see what's going on for you. We've got the White Eagle, we've got Joan of Arc, as well as El Moria. So here within the White Eagle, I want you to know that what's coming for you in March is that you're connecting to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So one thing about the White Eagle is the fact that moving forward, when it comes to your life in March, you will feel like all of a sudden things are changing when it comes to your heritage and how you feel about it. It's like you're figuring out more about the traditions, norms, and values, and also different festivities that your ancestors did partake in or even had as like the norm to do at different stages in life. And here within Joan of Arc, the thing with you, my gorgeous Cancerians, is that in March, you are standing strong. You're focusing on your purpose. You release the fear of persecution and you do what feels right for you. You've always been the type of person who doesn't like to be a bystander while the underdog kind of gets taken advantage of. You're also always that type of friend and individual that wants to stand up for what is right and wants to do things properly. And here within El Moria, it's really clear that the month of March brings some sort of awakening presence to you. So it feels as though you do have a higher power that's with you, and you're wearing this cloak, this protection around you, that you just feel like March is a carefree month. So in January and February, you may have had a bumpy start to 2024. You may have had some occurrences where you thought, didn't really need those issues, but March feels as though you are finally taming the wind. Quite literally speaking, anything that felt like a tornado, like craziness that's going on around you, you're taming it, you're bringing it to the point where you're like, you know what, I can deal with it and I've sorted it. So here in the number 55, we do have an angel number that shows us that something that was once chaotic will be tamed. Also, if you've got a pet that is pretty chaotic or that's hard to deal with, like a dog, for example, March will be a month in which you find something that helps to calm this pet down so that you're not dealing with such strong anxiety and emotions anymore. Next up, within the Coyote, I just also want you to know here, my gorgeous Cancerians, that March brings you this kind of detour that you're not going to take. So a detour means a different route to get to where you're trying to go. There will be an offering when it comes to business, when it comes to exploring a new possibility of getting your professional life to the next level, but for you it's a no because it just doesn't feel right. And here within the Wild Woman reversed, I do want you to understand that March actually brings you this vibe of wanting to be more proactive about your success and do more in what you've already built rather than trying to come up with something new. So the month of March for you is all about figuring out precisely how you can build on what's already here rather than getting into new things and spreading yourself too thin, because you don't want that. You don't want to spread yourself too thin. You don't want to deal with situations in a way that you just overall feel is, once again, opening up another thing you have to research, another area you're unsure in. I see here within Commune with Nature that actually March is a month of spending time within the nature and learning more about it. So watching nature documentaries is like your favorite thing to do here during the month of March, and learning more about it in general, even donating to a cause that has to do with nature and protecting wildlife. Cutting down on certain types of foods that you eat that are detrimental to nature. For one, there's definitely like meat and dairy, but there's also other things that people are finding, while it seems to be like such a health trend, it's actually not really very good for the nature. I think like avocados are an example of that, or anything that has palm oil in it. And I do just see here that you're in solidarity with nature and you're trying to avoid anything that jeopardizes it. Next, within Spill the Tea. Ooh, okay. as a Cancerian, you're definitely someone who is emotional, and in Spill the Tea, you are no longer in a situation where you're able to keep a secret in. You just have to spill the tea. You have to tell another person what you're going through, what you're experiencing, and Spill the Tea is really all about realizing like, oh my goodness, I have been keeping so much to myself. I've been carrying so much weight on my shoulders. It's time to finally spill the tea. So even going to a therapy session, talking to a close friend, or getting a private tarot reading, for example, it's all spilling the tea here in March that was much needed, because while you're the voice of truth that stands up for others, sometimes you also need to spill the tea so others can stand up for you. And that's precisely one thing that I see here for the month of March. Now, my gorgeous Cancerians, I hope that you enjoyed the second part to your reading to add on to part one that you received during the intro. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I can't wait to catch up with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Leo babies, and welcome to the second part of your March prediction, which is based on your zodiac sign. So we've got the Knight of Coins as well as the Knight of Cups. So the Ritter der Münzen as well as the Ritter der Kelche, as this is a deck that is in German, actually. So first up, for my beautiful Leo babies, in the Knight of Coins, I can see that you are going after your coin. You're going after your money. We definitely have this unicorn baby vibes because you guys know my channel and all of my online courses, all of my items are here to elevate you, not just when it comes to your mental health, but I also want you to be able to invest in yourself and do better professionally. So here, within the Knight of Coins, you are elevating professionally and you have some sort of unfair advantage that is yours. And here within the Knight of Cups, I see that you're finally making use of it. It could be your pretty privilege. It could be the fact that you come from a family that has other people who are well educated, where you've got lawyers, doctors, accountants within your family whom you can ask for advice. Just overall, you're stepping into the personal power that you have been denying yourself of for a while, and you're really enjoying the fact that, you know what, now you're finally also using your natural advantages to your advantage, not always leaving those in the dust because you feel like it is unfair. Next up here within the Emperor, I do want you to know that stepping into this personal power was way overdue because you've let people kind of almost run loops around you, circles around you. Meanwhile, you were just standing there watching. You were standing there observing as they were doing the most, and it's time for you to finally enjoy and do the most. That's why we've got justice. March is your personal month of justice. Justice must be served. Justice is something that's been missing. You haven't been fair to yourself while denying yourself of pleasures, taking credit, and also allowing for advantages that were given to you to help you in life. Why not, my gorgeous Leo babies? There's a reason why you were born this way. There's a reason why you got this intelligence, this confidence, these looks, this family, these friends around you. And everyone else whom you look up to, they leaned into the things that made them unique. They made use of a lot of their natural advantages, and you don't need to feel bad about it any longer. Next up, within Third Eye Blind, I just want you to know that moving forward in your life, you are going to be listening to your intuition throughout the entire month of March. There is nothing that you're basing in logic or rationality because you're just realizing there's no point in doing that. The most important thing is to feel as though what you're doing is right and to follow that gut feeling, because in the past, whenever you try to rationalize it away, it basically always comes back to haunt you. And here within Life of the Party, as a Leo, all right, you are more outgoing and definitely more of a grand energy when you enter the room than other signs of the zodiac. And you're being called by your guides to explore being the life of the party again. Have fun, go out, stop staying cooped up at home. You don't need to, you don't deserve to. The world wants to see you, and your friends and family also want you to come out to parties and get-togethers, concerts, festivals. Next up, we've got the Witness. So within the Witness, be sure to always have your evidence prepared. Now, this is a very important message, and the reason why you're receiving this in March is because your guides want you to record a lot of the things that are going on. If there is someone that you intuitively feel like, oh, this may be a legal issue, this may be something like, this may turn into a quote unquote mountain that you will need to climb and deal with and figure out, record things such as making sure that everything happens through text messages or emails. If there's a conversation that you feel like you should be recording, of course, make sure that what you're doing is legal, but keep your evidence and keep as much of it as you can. Make sure that it's well organized and backed up on your laptop and on your phone, because it will help you greatly at a later point. This is not to scare you, this is to prep you, my gorgeous Leo babies, and to remind you of the fact that in many ways you can already prepare yourself to have peace of mind in the future. And then we've got the flying bird, so there is news coming your way during the month of March, news that you have been anticipating and waiting for. Let's see precisely what this news is all about. We've got the scales. It is news that is meant to get your life back into balance. So if your life has been out of whack, out of balance, and you feel like you're waiting for news from a doctor or news when it comes to something legal, something financial, getting the news that you needed, that you requested, will bring your life back to a place of calm, balance, and chill energy, which is precisely what we needed for you, my beautiful Leo baby. So this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you've enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section. Furthermore, I would just like to point out that if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because then you won't miss any of the upcoming predictions either. So my beautiful Leo babies, thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Virgos, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your March prediction, where we figure out all things Virgo of what is coming towards you. So first up, we have got homebodies. So for you, my gorgeous Virgos, you're staying home during the month of March. You are not in the mood to go out. You're not in the mood to deal with people or the general public. You have had enough of being outside, being out there in the wild. You are going to be spending time chilling in your beautiful home. And here within the siren song, I also see you'll be doing some seducing, my gorgeous Virgo babies. You are very detail oriented. You're paying close attention to how you can be the most seductive version of yourself. You're making sure that you look according to the part. You dress the way you want to dress, that makes you feel confident and sensual. And the siren song shows that there's definitely someone here that sees you as a siren, that sees you as a temptation, and you're playing with that a little bit from home. So there will be some naughty texting, some flirting, some phone calls that are a little bit, how should I say, inviting, if you will. But no strings attached, my gorgeous Virgo babies. You're not looking to fall in love. You're not looking to settle down necessarily into something new. So even if you are in a committed relationship, flirting is absolutely with no strings attached. If you're single, you're just overall not looking to do anything too committed with the people that are in your life in March, because you value your freedom. You want to be careful about who you allow into your life, especially romantically speaking. And yeah, you have mentally prepared yourself to potentially even be by yourself if you need to, because after all, what's the point in being with people that stress you out more than they actually bring you joy and support? There's no point. Then you might as well just be by yourself. And I see here within the sacrifice that you are willing and ready to sacrifice anything that is unhealthy to you mentally and physically in order to just have your peace. So if you're not happy with your work, you are willing to find a new job, a new way to deal with it. If you are not happy with your romantic life or with your situationship, you are willing to sacrifice it so that you can move on being happy, because nobody's son or daughter is worth you not living your best life and being completely at ease and at peace with yourself. We also have master number 44 here. So when you see 444 or 44 on the clock, you know precisely what you've got to do. Here we've got master number 22. So it's the ghost dance. It's ghosting. It's leaving. It's not being part of a toxic person's life anymore. The month of March really brings you to this realization of the fragility of life, and you will be seeing on the news and through people more or less close to you, acquaintances, how fragile life is and how quickly life can also be done in like the blink of an eye and just like from one moment to the next. And I see here within the owl reverse that the more that you know, the more that you actually understand that it's like you don't know anything at all. Life is full of so many intricacies and surprises, and while you may think that you have grown and matured and learned a lot, you realize that often actually those are the moments in which you see there's so much more out here that you didn't expect, that you weren't aware of at all. And within El Moria, you are awakening to this presence of being a student for life. So when you were younger, you were maybe a little more rebellious, naive, or even ballsy, like you thought you knew a lot more than you actually realize now. And this will continue throughout life. It's like the older you get, the more you understand that life isn't to be taken too seriously. You shouldn't take yourself too seriously. So March is actually really a month of a lot of aha moments for you and a lot of feelings of enlightenment, feelings of, okay, you know what? I understand that understanding a lot less is the norm. I understand that as a human being, I will never even scratch the surface of all there is to know, and that is fine. I can rest in peace in knowing this. Next up, within the Shekinah, I do also see here that you're unleashing your spirit in March. You're expressing your gifts, and you're dancing to the sacred rhythm of life. So you're quite literally going to be dancing more. You're quite literally going to be unleashing everything that was slumbering within you that you felt like you had to keep away from the world and from any external environment. And you're feeling a lot more free and at ease and at peace. And I love that for you, my beautiful Virgo babies. Also seeing dove emojis or dove symbols in general is one thing that you will notice in March, and that's going to be almost like guidance for you, because you'll know, oh, I received that in my horoscope, and whenever I see this, I know it's time to ask myself, am I being authentic? Am I expressing my gifts, or am I holding back? So if you're an artist, a singer, someone who is very creative, you can sometimes tend to hold back when it's time to perform. Try to just step out of that uncertainty or feeling of playing small, because it's time for you to express yourself in a big way in March. My gorgeous Virgo babies, this is your March prediction. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Don't forget to let me know below by leaving a dove emoji in the comment section. And I can't wait to catch up with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my absolutely gorgeous Libra babies. Welcome to your prediction. So let's get straight into it to figure out in this second, even more intricate part, what is coming towards my beautiful Libras ruled by Venus during the month of March. So let's see what is up for you. First up, we've got the Emperor. You're taking control, my gorgeous Libra, rather than feeling indecisive or like you're all over the place. No. You know precisely where you're going, you know what you want, and also in the Emperor, it shows fertile grounds for new business ideas and fertile grounds in fertility, quite literally speaking. Next up here within the Ten of Coins, I see that your family life is intact and you are owning things with ease. So you're not worried about car notes, you're not worried about mortgages, rent, any added external bills that are coming in. You feel as though everything can be done with budgeting, with ease, and with the successes that are coming your way. Now, the Ace of Wands shows that you will have a great idea on how you can just make sure that your finances are in the best possible shape. And look, we are twinning with the snake, aren't we? And this idea is going to put you ahead of the game in a way that you did not expect. So that could be a business idea that all of a sudden gives you an extra little bit of cash flow. It could be receiving a bonus from work that you did not expect, tips, also doing some sort of service for another person that gives you leverage, that allows you to ask that person for advice as well. Like if you have a lawyer friend that you can help with, and they can give you free legal advice. You just saved yourself a lot of money there. You just manifested money in an unintentional way. And here within the Knight of Swords, I just see that it takes a little bit of bravery to negotiate in this way as well. So it's almost like you're giving your service for another service in return. You're kind of asking for a higher price. But sometimes you've got to do it, my gorgeous Libra baby. Sometimes you just got to remind yourself of your worth, and that there is such a thing as undercharging for your services and for everything that you're capable of. Now, the Three of Cups in reverse shows us that you're not going to be going out too much, because going out as of recently, it's just been draining you. It's not your thing. You don't really enjoy going like to clubs, to all of these getaways that are just busy with music, alcoholic beverages, and people acting nuts. You're not into that. You're more focused on growing your bank account and finding that inner peace. Now, the Four of Swords shows us here that you have had some experiences that are way heavier than other people in your age and from your background. So there are things you've been through, traumas that you have had to carry on your sweet little shoulders, my beautiful Libra, that nobody would see just by looking at you. Nobody would expect that you've been able to deal with this and get through this, but you have. And the thing is, like, that makes you need rest, because sometimes we've been through so much that by the time we're like adults, by the time we reach a certain age, we're just tired and we can't take anymore. We don't want friends that are dramatic. We don't want any drama in our life, period. So here in the Four of Swords, just know that taking rest and feeling more tired than usual is not something that is super surprising. Here within Mercury, you're openly communicating to friends and acquaintances and people that you're meeting that you are just not in the mood to meet. Like, you're not going to go out if you don't want to. If you're already feeling like staying home, you will just say it. And the thing is, you're speaking up with love and you are being heard, because people who really care about you, they're not going to take it the wrong way if you're a little too tired to do all of these activities and you just need time to recharge in March. It's normal. I think we all go through days where we need that. And within faith, the thing is, you're experiencing a lot of humanity's benevolence. So the thing is, like, you're staying calm, you're trusting in the good in yourself and others, and you're actually being shown that it is okay to trust in the good and that there are still good people out here. So another thing that I'm getting here from you is that something amazing will be given to you from someone from your family, okay? It's like a family heirloom, money, some sort of property or land that is being transferred to you just out of humanity, just out of benevolence, just out of having faith in humanity and being that person who was always kind, who was always caring. And then when they see that you need a little break, you need a little time out or time off, they're not afraid to give that to you, because they know, all right, there's a reason why you're tired, there's a reason why you feel fatigued, and now it's time to support you. So it'll be really beautiful to see others rallying around you for a change. So my beautiful Libra babies, this is the reading that I've received for you. I hope that you found it insightful and that you enjoyed the second part to add on to the first one, which you got to pick during the intro of this video. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section by leaving a tiger emoji below how you enjoyed this reading and whether it resonated. You know I love to hear from you. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to never miss another monthly prediction. So my gorgeous Libra babies, thank you so much for this divine time and space that you spent with me, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio babies, and welcome to the second part of your prediction, which is all about the month of March. So I'm looking forward to us figuring out precisely what's going on for you during the month of March. So we've got the crow as well as the corn. Wow, you've got a little bit of shiny object syndrome going on, because a lot of the things you've planted are growing, they're turning into corn. You can finally enjoy the fruit of your labor, my beautiful Scorpios. And the thing is, you're really into living your best life in March. You're spoiling yourself, you're buying yourself things, and everything that looks shiny and fun and you know you can afford, you're going for it, because usually you're a little bit more frugal. You're almost a little cheap on yourself, honestly. And the thing here that I want you to know is the fact that You deserve this, okay? You have spent so much time taking care of others, worrying about others, that it is finally the time for you to actually enjoy the fruit of your labor, even if that means that you've got a little bit of shiny object syndrome for a while. My beautiful Scorpio babies, it's fine. You too are allowed to just enjoy the finer things in life. You don't always have to justify everything. Next up, we have got the drum. So in the drum, it is completely clear that you are dancing to the beat of your own drum. You are not following anyone else's directions because you don't need to, because you are your own boss, or at least that's what it feels like during the month of March. You're feeling a little bit rebellious. You're feeling like you're finally claiming what is rightfully yours and you truly deserve. And I also just see that music with a lot of drums is something that you are having a phase of during the month of March. So think like just lo-fi beats, Afro beats, overall music that is a little bit more on the oriental side, a little bit more exotic for you at least. And here within the time master, the month of March brings a schedule that allows for a lot more time for you to actually do the things that you love. You are getting to this point where you're like, what the hell? Like, I spent so much of my life just working, doing things for others, tending to things. If I were to perish tomorrow, like, would I be happy with everything that I did? Or would I feel like I could have lived more? So you're having these very real moments of just overhauling yourself and your schedule, because you're asking yourself, if you continued like this forever, would you be happy with your life? And if the answer is no, you're not waiting for something, for some sort of tragic situation to change. You want to change now, and that's really brave of you. As a Scorpio, you're anyways more intense and more real than the other signs of the zodiac. And pull yourself together, that's precisely what you're doing. You're pulling yourself together here in March. You're pulling yourself together to finally do the things on your bucket list, to finish up writing that bucket list and then actually taking action towards it. Another thing with pull yourself together is in love. Like, what the hell? Why are you crying over somebody who looks like they negotiated their way onto Earth, who barely has a birth certificate? Meanwhile, you have degrees over degrees. You know what I'm saying? Pull yourself together. Get your ish together, Scorpio. Unlock your mind. Stop yourself from being in the confines of a space that you already know, that you've already been in, and that sure has created the life that you have now, which may not be terrible, but is it your dream existence? If it's not yet your dream existence, we have to unlock a new place of your mind where you can exist and create your new reality out of. Because, you know, your thoughts turn into feelings, and your feelings actually allow you to take action. And that action is inspired by your thoughts and feelings. So if your thoughts and feelings are in lack or in unhappiness, then the actions that you take will reflect that, and they won't be for your highest good. So it's all about making sure that the thoughts that we think and the feelings that they create are in line with the life that we are trying to live. So here within Ducks in a Row, it's like you are getting it together. You are not making excuses for yourself anymore. We also have master number 33. So if you see this number continuously, this is a number that is trying to tell you to bring other people's knowledge and other people's experience into March as well, in order to just create an existence that you are proud of and that is actually getting you towards your biggest, wildest dreams. So this means not being afraid to do meditations, to find people like, for example, I love Deepak Chopra, I love Dr. Joe Dispenza, I love David Goggins, all of these people who help you to transform your mind, your thinking patterns, and also for you to not make excuses anymore, but instead to actually start taking inspired action towards your dream life. These are all individuals that you are being called to actually bring into your life to get your ducks in a row. You don't always need to spend a lot of money on, for example, a coach or someone who is mentoring you. Of course, that is one option that can bring you more closely to your goal in a faster amount of time, and that's someone who can hold you accountable, and it's really invaluable to have the proximity of such a person. But at the same time, there are also other ways in which you can inspire yourself. and get an amazing amount of just whipping in the best way. Also, not in a kinky way, all right? Get your head out of the gutter, but just in the way to make you pull yourself together, unlock your mind, and get those ducks in a row. So, my beautiful Scorpio babies, this is the reading that I received for you, and I hope that you've enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to leave a little duck emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here, that you received this reading, and that you enjoyed it, because that's the only way anyone would know that you're a Scorpio baby and that you're a real one who watched all the way to the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, of course, to never miss an upcoming reading. And I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming videos. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius babies, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your March prediction, where we're going to figure out precisely what's coming towards you in this upcoming month's horoscope. So we've got water as well as the witness, someone witnessing waterworks, someone witnessing you feeling vulnerable, expressing your emotions, potentially even crying. If you're the type of person that almost never cries, my beautiful Sagittarius baby, of course this will come as a surprise. You're going to be like, where are these emotions coming from? But you're going to feel safe because you are around someone close to you. It could be a best friend, a sister, a mom, someone who you just feel can hold space for you and with whom you can be authentic about what you're going through. Let's see what you are going through. I see here within the sun that actually you are crying from joy, from happiness, because in March, for you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, everything is going amazingly well and you haven't felt this feeling in a long time. And feeling like a lot of weight has been lifted off of your shoulders, feeling like you've overcome something that was once so challenging, that once put so much pressure on you. It's just going to bring you to tears of joy of finally starting a new chapter in your life that feels a lot more weightless than the previous chapters you have experienced. I see here within ducks in a row, you will have all your ducks in a row again, which will make you feel a lot more at ease, because having things all over the place, not having your paperwork done, not having your finances in order, not having done your taxes, being uncertain about your job, your relationships, all of that creates a wobbly ground and foundation that doesn't allow you to properly rest and sleep at night and just be at ease and at peace. So in ducks in a row, it's very clear that bringing things back into order is precisely what you needed and precisely what is giving you back your Midas touch. The Midas touch is known as basically anything you touch turning to gold and anything you touch working out for you again, and that's what we've got from March on out. So your Midas touch coming back is going to make you also feel mighty, so to say. And I want you to understand here that moving forward, when it comes to your life, having this Midas touch and the master number 11 shows that you are back in charge and you're feeling like nothing can stop you. Here within the Four of Wands, you're also planning a future. And if you are in a committed relationship, of course, you're planning the future with the partner that you're with. If you're single, I just want to let you know that planning a future for you is something that you're okay with, even if it's by yourself, because you know that you would rather be alone than be with a partner that makes you compromise your values and your self-worth. Maybe even thinking or looking into doing something such as freezing your eggs, such as looking into fertility solutions at a later point in life if you choose to not immediately have children, not immediately procreate, or even take your time with building a foundation such as purchasing your own home. Maybe you want to travel the world first. And here within the moon, it's very clear that now is the time for you to listen to your gut feeling. You've had this hunch, this urge, this need for exploration and more you time for a while. And while society pressures you into settling down, and potentially even your family as well as their traditions and their community, you know that you're a free spirit that needs to enjoy a little bit more of the selfish moment in your life. And I see here within the devil that you have this inclination to feel bad for not always being everyone's everything. And of course, some of us have responsibilities. Some of us have pets, kids, older, elderly parents, siblings we need to take care of. But the thing here is that you've got to remind yourself not to obsess over what you're not doing and where you can do more and who you can support more. How about supporting yourself, my gorgeous Sagittarius baby? How about reminding yourself that you are also worthy of support? You are also worthy of someone taking amazing care of you, and that someone that needs to take care of you is most likely you, because here within the King of Swords, I can see that you are by far the strongest, most on point person within your family, within your friend circle, and you're also the most discerning one. You're the one who knows precisely how to say things in the right moment, in the right way. You're very ambitious, you're very strong, you're often the one that carries a lot of the weight of everyone else's issues, and you too need to remind yourself that this is no joke. This is not an easy task. With you being a Sagittarius, you're ruled by Jupiter, and you're relentlessly optimistic, sometimes to the point where you're happy even in situations where others would break down. And that doesn't mean that those situations are less hard to deal with or less impressive. It just shows that you're the type of person whose threshold when it comes to their breaking point is a lot higher. So be aware of that and take breaks more often than others would, because you deserve it. So my beautiful Sagittarius babies, this is the reading I received for you, and I hope that you found it insightful. Please do leave a little wolf emoji below in the comment section, like we've got depicted here within the moon card, to let me and others know that you're a Sagittarius and you received your March prediction. I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to your March prediction. Let's get into the second, even more intricate part of your reading. So first up, we've got the Hermit. So I've selected a second and a third card for you intuitively. First up in the Hermit, I want you to know you are going into hibernation, my gorgeous Capricorn. You're going into hermit mode because that is where you find most truth. You need time to reflect, and March gives you the perfect opportunity. A lot of your friends and family, they're busy, they're traveling, they're not around, and that gives you time to really reflect on what you want in life, what you've been through, and also the areas of your life that you would like to change. Next up, within the Seven of Cups, you're realizing that actually you've had a lot of options. You've had a lot of different opportunities that you could take, romantically speaking, as well. And you are the type of person that can sometimes fall into forgetting just how awesome or how privileged and beautiful on the inside and out that they truly are. So you're rediscovering that, and also how multifaceted you are. For one, you can look amazingly chic at a high-end event, but you can also go hiking or for a run in muddy, rainy conditions. There's nothing that you can't do. And I do see here within the Nine of Diamonds that this makes you a jack of all trades that is definitely meant to thrive in their career, because for one, as already mentioned, you can hold your own at a fancy event, get together, or dinner, but at the same time, you can also roll up your sleeves and do the dirty work that nobody wants to do if need be. So that's what I see for you, my gorgeous Capricorn. Let's see what else that we've got. We have got the Six of Cups. This is a card of finding back to someone you were once close to. So patching things up, building a bridge, reconnecting, and getting over a misunderstanding or argument with a close family member or friend. Bringing harmony back into your life, and also forgiveness. Forgiveness because you remind yourself that while history doesn't excuse bad behavior, it does also remind you of the good times and gives more of a leadway to allow for somebody to have an open discussion with you and get over something that kind of tore you apart. So next up, we've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is not just beautifully depicted within this deck, but it also shows transformation, right? We've got a skull, we have got a snake here, we've got these flowers, and it shows a lot of confidence. This is about wisdom, your dreams, as well as your inner voice, and overall being much connected to the part of you that is very spiritual. So you may not necessarily be the most religious person on the planet, and you may sometimes feel as though there are parts of you that would like to connect more in that sense. Not judging for yourself in March. and remembering that however you want to experience life and your spirituality, that is your right, and it is not up to anyone else to call you any more or less spiritual just because you don't go to church or you wear designer clothes or you drive a nice car. That doesn't make you less spiritual because of what you do in the material or earthly realms. After all, material things are a part of life, so they are a part of spirituality in their own right and in their own way because it's a part of our human experience. Now in Face the Music, I see that something that needed to be solved is going to be faced by you. For one, we definitely spoke here about a relationship that needed patching up, where you will face the music, you will feel the emotions of the loss of not having them in your life, and them making like a little micro step towards you opens the door to you letting them back into your life, and also just reminding yourself that forgiveness is important. Here in the wind chimes, that will create peace and harmony. Facing the music and facing things that maybe just weren't quite ready to be dealt with prior to March, it's going to bring you an immense amount of inner peace, an immense amount of just relaxed energy where you know that this was the right time. Because while you may have things to deal with that are still left unsaid or kind of left open, it's not always the right time. But in March, we have a lot of patching up, a lot of rebuilding, and a lot of connections being restored that are happening, that are taking place. Now, the bag, of course, shows us something here in a bag, right? Something important, a new job or a raise. There's something in the bag that you're going to be able to open up. It's like a gift, but it's not actually gift wrapped, okay? It's not completely clear that this is going to be a gift. It's going to be in this nondescript kind of form, where when you open it, you're like, oh, wow, this is amazing. Like a new job, a raise, this is amazing. Like there's something here that I didn't expect, but is actually really great for me and my life. And it's going to show you that even while facing the music, even while taking a little step back from work, from other people, great things will still come your way. You don't always have to work harder to receive more. Sometimes you just have to work smarter and more in an internal way in order for you to connect with the frequency of receiving and the frequency of abundance. So my beautiful Capricorn babies, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section. Leave a little money bag emoji below, because why not manifest a little bit of that added financial wealth into your life for March? Thank you so much for being here and for sharing this divine time and space with me, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius babies, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your March prediction. So let's get into it, shall we? First up, we've got Katumi as well as Faith. So in Katumi, I can see that you are trusting what you know. You've learned so much. You've gotten degrees. You've educated yourself. I mean, Aquarius, when is it going to be enough? When are you going to finally feel as though, you know what, I know enough of the answers that I was seeking. I can now kind of rest assured that I can use this knowledge that I have acquired over the years and even spent a lot of money getting, and it is valid. I can get myself an amazing job. I can be an amazing business owner. All I need to do is now use and apply that knowledge. Next up, within Faith, I can see humanity and benevolence coming your way. So you're staying calm and you're trusting in the good in yourself and others. You're seeing the light in the world, and you're finding that the best way for you to actually operate is to be in this space where you always feel as though something good is going to happen. Some person who actually cares is going to do right by you, whether that is someone that you're working with, whether that is a lover, and you will actually see that the results more often than not are going to be precisely what you envisioned, as long as you stay in this vibration of expecting the best rather than worrying about the worst. I also just want to point out that here in Katumi, In the back, we've got the symbol of the Ouroboros, which is a snake that is biting its own tail. And this is a symbol for infinity. This is a symbol for transformation, abundance, and whenever a cycle comes to an end, there being an opportunity for a new one to begin. Next up here within Kuan Yin, we have this beautiful depiction with what looks like a very exotic kind of plant that is maybe adjacent to a lily. In Kuan Yin, we've got care and compassion as the main message. Choosing to be loved, doing what's right for everyone involved, and offering a helping hand. So my gorgeous Aquarius babies, at times you may feel as though you are the odd one out, or like nobody understands how you feel. But you would be surprised if you just communicated how you felt. How many people would actually vibe with it, would understand it, and would say to you, wow, thank you for sharing, because actually I felt the exact same way. And the thing here is that it can be hard for Aquarius to actually express their emotions, but when you do, you're usually positively surprised. And I see that when you do this during the month of March, you will actually find that things move forward in the direction you wanted really quickly and very positively. So for example, telling a friend of yours how you really feel about a falling out that you had, and then you will quickly be propelled back into a healthy friendship. Telling a romantic interest, someone that you're seeing romantically, what you want for the future, and they're going to think, wow, I actually never knew you were this serious, but sure, let's do it. And you're going to be propelled to where you need to be a lot more quickly than when you just keep things to yourself. So we did just mention romantic partner, remember? Now we've got the lovers. Now this card shows us someone that you're close to, that you see eye to eye with, and things moving forward with them, taking things to the next level during the month of March, and finding that caring for one another is such an important thing to do, so important to actually find peace in the connection, being outspoken, being caring and compassionate, even when you don't want to be caring and compassionate, and to know here in the Four of Cups that whenever you do this, you avoid feeling lonely, you avoid feeling like the only one who is going through whatever it is that you are experiencing emotionally speaking, because you can be in a relationship and still feel misunderstood or alone. Trust me, I've been there. And it's important that you find a non-toxic and non-confrontational way to communicate this with your romantic partner, because that makes for the foundation of the healthiest relationships out here. Next up, we have got Cry for the Moon. Okay, so you will be having some very interesting dreams that make you feel as though the moon is somehow connected to it. So it seems as though during different moon phases, you have different types of dreams. Sometimes you have dreams that are wonderful, that are of your goals and aspirations. Sometimes you have like dreams that are adjacent to nightmares depending on the moon phase. I would say nightmares are more a full moon thing, whereas dreamy dreams are more a new moon thing. And the thing that you are paying close attention to is to try to just be like a fly on the wall, trying to be a wallflower, trying to just observe and not stand out in your dreams so you can just see what's happening. So by not standing out, I mean not interfering and just allowing this divine guidance to take place however it comes. We also have the master number 22 here within the wallflower. Within Cry for the Moon, we had 31. And within the wallflower and master number 22, this is also about just listening and observing rather than always trying to talk or say how you feel, and always being the one who's expressing. As an Aquarius, you are very original, very independent, very rebellious, but sometimes it's also important that you really take in what someone else is trying to tell you. And at times, being unique and independent is going to actually make you stand out in a way that may cost you more. So if you show up somewhere and, for example, you're dressed really fashionably and in a fancy sense, or you show up in a nice car, that's not always the kind of impression you want to make. Sometimes you just want to be like a wallflower. You just want to be someone who blends in like everyone else, so you don't end up getting like higher bills, higher quotes, higher estimates for things. So there is a time to blend in, there is a time to stand out, and during the month of March, you're definitely choosing to blend in in many occasions, because you know the bottom line is just going to be more favorable in that way. And the thing is, you are the type of person who doesn't feel like they have to scream any kind of their success out loud. You are the type of person who is secure in themselves and who can just enjoy their success in a very humble type of way. So my beautiful Aquarius babies, this is the reading that I received for you, and I hope that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section, and also feel free to leave a horse emoji below to let me and others know that you're an Aquarius and you made it all the way to the end of your reading. So I would like to thank you for spending this divine time and space with me, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming predictions. Hello, my gorgeous Pisces babies, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your March prediction, where we'll figure out precisely what is coming towards Pisces during the month of March. And this is meant to be added onto the first part of your reading, where you got to pick from the two symbols that I introduced you to during the intro of this video. So now let's talk all things Pisces, shall we? So first up, we've got the witness. I want you to know that during the month of March, you're going to be witnessing something that you will remember for a long time to come. You are going to be the witness to something important, so you may even have to testify in court or tell the police precisely what it is that you observed and you saw. I see here within the moon that it's going to happen during a time of the moon's cycle in which people are often kind of agitated, irritable. So I'm thinking full moon, I'm thinking waxing moon. I just want you to know here that you're going to feel like this had something to do with it. And within water, it's going to be during a time in March where there is rain, and it's going to be close to a large body of water. Also, I want you to know here that March is going to be rather rainy. It's going to make you feel more connected to your emotions. And as a Pisces, you're a water sign, so you're anyways at times emotional or a little bit of a crybaby, not to call you out, but this is also the channel where I'm your big sis who's always very honest with you. So March is definitely a month of emotionality and just feeling as though you have a lot going on that you want to unpack and you want to unravel. Next up within Jewel Cool, we've got you remembering that you are on a very specific path, and it's just one step at a time to the next level of happiness and feeling like you have got this. And one thing that needs to be pointed out for March is that if you're not happy in March, what makes you feel like you will be happy in April, May, or June with a little bit more success, a little bit more money, a little bit more of whatever it is that you desire? Maybe it's feeling healthier, maybe it's working out more, eating more healthily. If you're not already happy with what you have been able to do now, what makes you feel as though all of a sudden you will be very happy? So choosing to be happy is one thing that I see here within Jewel Cool for the month of March, rather than waiting for something specific to then start enjoying happiness, making happiness like an everyday decision. You're just choosing to be happy and feeling full of life every single day. You're not waiting for something specific to then allow yourself to be happy. Here within the Ducks in a Row card, we've also got master number 33. So the month of March is about getting all of your ducks in a row, mentally speaking. So you've been a little bit all over the place, and you also know what it feels like to get emotional, to get a little sad or dramatic about things, and you're no longer allowing that to dictate your life. You have been wearing too many hats. You have been wearing too many hats within your family, within your work, even within interpersonal relationships and romantic ones, and now you're only going to wear one hat, and that's the hat of being yourself. That is the hat of putting yourself first, making yourself happy first, because so often you have put in so much work and effort to help others, to make others happy, and then they couldn't be bothered to do the same for you. And then you felt stupid. You felt like, why did I even do this? Why did I even put this much effort into trying to do something for someone who doesn't care to do the same for me, so to say. So I want you to just know here that wearing too many hats is often very detrimental to your mental health, and it's just over in March. You're not doing it anymore. You are not paid enough to be doing that. Like, you need a raise first. Next up, we have got the World card. So Pisces, this is a very positive sign for the month of March, as the World card shows here that you are getting a type of gift. You're receiving something and then you feel like, okay, it's done. Like receiving a payment for a big project that you did, finishing up a big project and feeling like you're being rewarded, and actually getting money into your account that you didn't expect, and that just makes you feel like, yes, this is my month. This is a month of enjoying. So next up, we have got the 10 of Cups. This is another very favorable card for the month of March. So while we have our in between ups and downs, things that you're dealing with, things that you're straightening out, I want you to know that you're feeling really happy with your relationships. You're feeling really happy with where you're at in life. You're not in a place where you're allowing for little things to stress you out. You're not even allowing big things to stress you out. You know what I mean? You have just evolved so much, emotionally speaking, to such a wealthy place where wealth is not just something that reflects in your bank account, but wealth actually shows just how happy and full of love, as well as full of wealth that you feel in your life. Like, you are just feeling so grateful for the fact that you've got shelter, the fact that you've got food, the fact that you have money to even pay for things. Gratitude that you have for everything that you own and everything that you have access to is truly inspirational, my beautiful Pisces babies, and it reflects in the overall vibe of the month of March. So the World and the 10 of Cups, these are two of the very most favorable cards, and just encompassing the rest of what's happening, trust me, nothing that's going on that may seem a little dramatic or may seem to make you emotional during the month of March is going to dampen your zest for life, because overall you have really nothing to complain about, because you're a witness to a lot of things happening that are really hard on other people, that will have large consequences on other individuals, but not on you. And that increases your gratitude again, because you think to yourself, I have some ups and downs, some challenges too, but it's nothing compared to what I've witnessed. So therefore, I'm going to be extra grateful for the life that I am living and that I do have. So my beautiful Pisces babies, this is the reading that I received for you, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section by leaving a globe emoji below. That way you can let me and others know that you are a Pisces, because that is the only way you would know. Furthermore, if you made it to the end and you enjoyed being in this space, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to never miss another psychic reading or another monthly horoscope and prediction. I would like to thank you for being here and spending this divine time and space with me, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings.